Alright, we're back in with Perfect Day. We got to meet the 5 cats more personally this time. We could actually understand them. And also figured out some really weird stuff about the island. We are not the first one to get turned into a werecat, so that's kind of troublesome, especially since the others couldn't figure out in time how not to be turned into cats. So that's going to be an interesting mystery to solve. The other issue, which is a lesser issue than turning into a cat, is that cats are going missing. Now that was another oddball of why are we not hearing about the cats that got turned into werecats? Maybe we will meet them later on, but for now, we're just focused on our work again. So, without further ado, let's continue our journey. Continue to attempt to woo the felines. Although I'm not sure I want to at this point. We'll see how they make up for it. After a rather painful journey, I am very grateful to finally limp into camp. I have just enough time to get myself tidied up for work, and I'm about to peel off my filthy pajamas when I hear my catalog beeping. I have a message, but I can't tell who it's from. It's not from any of the contacts that Professor Popper programmed into it. In fact, there's no contact information at all. Oh. Are you sure it is wise to trust anyone? Are they talking about trusting cats? Me? Who is this? There's a lot you don't know. Think carefully about who you confide in. Before I can think of a reply, the messages are gone and my catalog has no record of them. Okay, I'm really curious about what these, like, blank out moments are. I don't have any time to think about this right now. I need to get ready. As soon as I'm presentable, I head over to the lab. I'm 10 minutes late. It doesn't give a good impression on my first morning. Ah, Fern, good to see you. I was beginning to worry. Did you oversleep on your first day? I mean, I had a very active night. I'm terribly sorry, sir. I think the traveling and all the excitement of yesterday... I take punctuality very seriously. He cuts across my apology. No worry, it's perfectly understandable. You'll find I'm quite relaxed about most things. As long as you get the work done, I don't much mind what hours you keep. Oh. That's the wrong thing to tell a young person. Thank you, sir. So, shall we get started? My goodness, what on earth happened to you? He's looking at the scratches all over my hands. Oh, I fell and tried to save myself by grabbing onto a bush. Not a secret drinker, are you, Fern? Oh no, sir, I'm a bit of a lightweight to tell you the truth. Just teasing. Aha. I think he might be projecting some of his desires onto him. It's like he'd like to drink with someone. We ought to get those hands sorted out, though. They look pretty nasty to me. He goes to the tall metal cabinet in the corner and takes out a bottle and some cotton wool. He begins cleaning and tending to my hands while he talks. For today, I'd like you to help me with a few tasks around the lab to get the hang of things. But from tomorrow, I'll let you make your own choices about how best to carve up your time. Of course, you are primarily here to carry out your job as my research assistant. However, try to make the most of your time on the island. Once your work is complete, we'll be saying goodbye. This really is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, so don't waste it all in the lab. Yeah, I've got bigger things to do than just sit in a lab all day. But looks like we will be seeing our options for each of these days. Naturally, I need your help around here, but I'd also like you to get your hands dirty with some field work. Make sure you spend time exploring the island. It's a beautiful place, and there's a lot to see. Take the time to get to know the cats. A full understanding of their behavior is crucial to our research. Okay? There is plenty to see and do. However, you must be careful not to overwork. Take regular rest and relaxation. We don't want you to burn yourself out now, do we? I'll try to get the balance right. That's the spirit. So, there you are. He's done a first-class job on my wounds, and they aren't bothering me nearly as much. I spend the rest of the day with the professor, getting to know how the various pieces of equipment in the lab work, finding out where everything is, and learning some of the basic duties I will be performing routinely. By the end of the day, I am exhausted. I make my way to my tent. I'm about to flop down on my bed when I see a package poking out from underneath it. It's the reports that Kibbles promised to deliver. The cats were right. The previous person barely made a start on producing an antidote. I'm gutted and worried. What if I can't do any better? Will I just turn into a cat? Maybe they wanted to turn into a cat, and they were like, yeah, this isn't such a bad idea. You know what? Forget the antidote. I decide that's not an option, and resolve to get going on my own research into it tomorrow. My instincts tell me that the cats will be a good starting point. I have a feeling they know a lot more than they're prepared to tell me. I need to gain their trust, and see if I can't get them to open up a bit. I'm sure I'll make more progress if I focus on one at a time. I'm optimistic that one-to-one sharing will prove fruitful. It's a small glimmer of hope. Tonight, I'm not fit for anything. I can barely even write in my journal before I fall asleep. The first morning of waking up on the island. I'm so excited to discover what the day will bring. Should I jump straight into the lab research, or maybe it would be wise to start investigating a way to help these cats and find a cure for myself? Perhaps a good starting point would be to get to know the cats a little better on a one-to-one basis. Oh. What should I do? I'm already full heart, so I don't need to rest. Romance, research, or recon. Antidote 0%. Wow! You really couldn't tell how sparkly those cats were in the background during the night, but holy cow. Alright. I mean, he really does love cats. Looks like any one of these will take a heart off of my breast. You know, he's a cat lover. Maybe he'll come to enjoy being a cat, so we can put off the research for now. Let's do some reconnaissance. Zero out of 18, complete recon 4. What is this? That security guard I met when I arrived might be a good lead. Time for a bit of interrogation work, or strange message in the middle of the night. Doesn't anyone on this island sleep? Can I choose one at random? Unknowns after receiving a gift from McMurphy. Oh. Recon 3. What's Recon 3? Completing Chapter 5. Completing Chapter 2. Chapter 4. Chapter 1, Chapter 3, Chapter 8. Huh. So it doesn't... A secret gift. Don't know about that one. Trixie, McMurphy, Kibbles, Luffy Boot. I might actually want to put this off. I mean, everything needs to be like the next unlock is chapter 1. A lot of them are going to be romance. The only ones I can do right now don't seem to be progressing anything else. I mean, I don't even know where he's gonna find this secret source. The number was probably masked. It's an unknown name. And all proof was gone. Let's go with the security guard just to see what happens. I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time now. Too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become the security guard for a place like this? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off of it. Picking up supply deliveries and occasionally taking a long, lazy lap of the island to make sure everything's secure? Sounds like a security guard. I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here. If anything, he doesn't seem to be interested regardless. I decided it's time to get to know this island bouncer and go to join him at the dock. Yeah, it just doesn't seem like anything's gonna happen. I sit next to Zane, me on the sand, him in that chair. He's not wearing his big coat, and the short-sleeved shirt allows me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. I never truly thought of him as security in the bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hey Zane, how are you? Are you trying to start a conversation? He says this without looking up from his crossword puzzle. Oh, I suppose I am. Yes, I don't get to chat to humans much in my job. Research Assistant 125? He rolls the words out like he's reading them. Oh, yes, I guess that's me. So what does the number stand for, anywho? You don't know? He asks monotonously. Eyes still glued to his crossword puzzle. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project. Which project would that be? This one. This whole research project that's going on. Is there more than one? Depends who you ask. You, I was just asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things I don't need to. What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You already want to talk, don't you? Well, there's not much else to do here. Besides, I'm interested in it all. Aren't you? My interests consist of what's for dinner and when my next puzzle book's coming. A simple man with simple needs. When it's coming, you get it delivered? Comes with the mail. He's back to not looking at me again. The mail? You mean the parcels? And the letters. Yeah. The letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? I laugh, but Zane looks very serious. It's safe for sending mail the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber terrorists. Ooh. Okay. I get the feeling he's not very tech savvy. I mean, maybe he is, and he's just like one of those super paranoid types. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. And besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope? Is this a clue? There's an awkward silence. Of course, being my usual socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it in. Need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I can even do the cryptic puzzle on the Daily Inquirer. This line usually gains me a little kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decide to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean, it can't make things more awkward than they already are. Yes, it can. Yes, it can. What are you about to say? Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly. They're cats. That's what they do, isn't it? Zane suddenly looks up, his eyes locking straight on mine, unwavering and hard. But he's so friendly looking. Look at his smile. No, have you? Well, not exactly, but he is looking at me properly for the first time since we met. I have definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. I'm just being silly. The lack of human company can get to me. Gives me daft ideas. Such as, he's still staring at me, as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel they're playing games on me, like children hide and seek, that kind of thing. Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us give him credit for. Yeah, clever enough to steal the catalog, to get him transformed, to do a roundabout kidnapping. Anyways, now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. The moment, if there was one, is over. I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off me. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone? Alone! Zane silently scribbles in his book as I leave. How can you not guess that one? Oh man. Okay. That felt like a waste. We got antidote progress? What happens if I click on research? Let's just... Oh, alright. Round up some rowdy kitties. Slow day today. I've only got to organize a few samples from previous field trips. Off on a field trip of sorts with the professor. I can't wait to see what he's planning to show me. Alright. So what are the unlocks now? Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Research 1, which is Chapter 2, Chapter 1, Research 3, which is Research 1, which is Chapter 2. So again, it looks like a lot of unlocks don't happen until after this chapter. 3, Research 13, Chapter 4, Research 10, Chapter 5, Research 15, Research 17. Ooh. Okay, Screbin, I'm assuming there's gonna be some kind of surgery going on there. Aye. Ugh, that is nasty. Okay. Let's go ahead and... get some samples. I feel like this would get us more than just organizing, unless there's some secret hidden away that I can find, but he doesn't really seem to be the Snoopy type. So let's just get some kitties. That or the field trip. Let's go with kitties. Kitties. That will hopefully mean that I get more samples to work with. It's a sunny afternoon. Most of the cats are lazing on the beach. Perfect. Like shooting fish in a barrel. I double check my supply list. Crates, treats, sedatives, snare, catnip, antiseptic cream for myself. Because, yeah, they're gonna hate you for this. Alright. I've got everything. I have a sick feeling in my tummy, but I ignore it at best. I can. This is going to be a challenge, but I'm pleased the professor is trusting me with the more physical tasks. I walk out onto the beach feeling like the child catcher. Child catcher? What is that? Okay, I keep reminding myself that I'm doing this for the greater good, even if it makes me unpopular with cats. I set up the crate in an unsuspecting location and keep the snare hidden behind my back. I don't want to be unpopular with them. I have to get vital information from them. At first I stroll around, trying to look as casual as possible, whistling a tune as I walk. I get close to one of the smart cats. I start to stroke her. I want this to be as painless as possible. The cat responds to me well. She even starts to purr gently. Are you going to come with me? The cat looks at me with big, wide, loving eyes. Come on then. I pick the cat up, carry her to the crate, and place her gently inside. I lock it shut, even though the cat makes no attempt to escape. Well, that went better than expected. This may be a good day after all. Emboldened by my success, I approach one of the slightly larger cats. Hey, matey, shall we get in that basket? I give him a little stroke. He doesn't respond badly, although he doesn't seem particularly interested either. I put my hands on either side of his body, ready to pick him up. He doesn't look happy about it and growls a warning at me. Hey, mister, it's going to be okay. We're just going on a little trip, alright? As soon as I start to lift, all hell breaks loose. Yowling and hissing, he scratches my arms to ribbons. I try to get him into the basket, but he stretches out and I can't fit him in. Ow, 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 no! No! I know when I'm defeated and I have to let him go. He scarpers off into the distance. I look down at my ravaged arms, again full of scratches. Gosh. Note to self, wear long sleeves when on caging duty. It takes more than just long sleeves to stop a cat's claws. But he'll soon find that out as well. I guess that's it. I want to check, is there more research unlocked here? Complete, but no extra research. Okay, back. I am trying to remember. See, we have 2 more hearts and we can rest. 2.8 off of the antidote. Check out romance. Got McMurphy and Snooty Bootsy. And for some reason, these other ones are locked. I think it was McMurphy that gave me the research papers. I wonder if bad things happen if I go for one and then start seeing the others. But let's go with McMurphy. He seemed somewhat interested. Gotta wake up! What time is it? Huh? Mummy, is that you? Shh, quiet, Gotta. Come with me, I have something to show you. But you have to be quiet. McMurphy? Yes, it's me. But it's the middle of the night. Gotta You're not scared, are you? Why would I be scared? Creeping around in the forest in the middle of the night? Don't worry, Kata. I'll be there to protect you. McMurphy, you know very well that there's a force field around this island, stopping anything from getting out, from the outside getting in. It makes this a pretty safe place. Indeed. So the only things you have to worry about are the things that are already here. Way to make this spooky. He leers at me with a mock snarl. Seriously, Murph, if you're the worst threat here, then this is the safest place on Earth. So come on, Kata. What are you waiting for? I follow the scraggy cat into the forest. The ground is wet and muddy, and I lose my footing a couple of times. But McMurphy is too determined to notice. Suddenly he stops dead in his tracks. What has he spotted? Here we are! Where is here, McMurphy? He ignores my questions and starts digging into some mud and leaves on the ground. Almost got it. Could use a hand, Kata. You don't mind. Get these leaves out of the way, that's it. Here we are. Okay. We keep digging until there's a fairly deep hole in the ground. My arms and nightclothes are covered in mud and leaves, and McMurphy looks like a bog monster in the darkness. Ta-da! Missed opportunity. They could have actually changed the character. Ta-da? Can't you see it, Kata? I'm not sure what I'm looking at. I always forget how useless human eyes are in the dark. Just reach into the hole and take out whatever you find. I reluctantly reach into the burrow and feel something hard and cold against my hand. I wrap my fingers around it and pull it out. I know the shape, but my eyes could hardly process it. It's a bottle? That's right, Kata. This is my secret stash. No one knows about it, not a soul. But I thought I'd share it with you. Thought we could have a kind of welcome to the island party for two. Secret stash is this booze? McMurphy lets out a wild laugh. That is it. That it is, Kata. You drink alcohol, but you're a cat. That can't be good for your body. It's not good for any bodies, but it does wonders for the soul, to be sure. Well, I suppose you're right there, McMurphy. I guess one little nip couldn't hurt. That's the spirit! I try in vain to get some of the mud off of me before giving up and sitting down against a tree. A sodden McMurphy curls up in my lap. Aww. Aww. It takes a while to uncork the bottle. McMurphy keeps telling me to smash it open, and that the shards of glass will only add to the flavor, but eventually I succeed my way. That is an alcoholic if I've ever heard one. I pour a little out for McMurphy into a leaf, and I self-consciously swig from the bottle, fearing a touch uncivilized. Ugh, McMurphy, what in heaven's name is this? Now don't worry about that, Kata. It's not about the taste, it's about the company. I hardly think I'm the type of person you'd usually hang around with. Well, I usually hang around with cats, and they're not exactly what you'd call my type. Oh, really? I respond by widening my eyes as I take another swig from the bottle. Somehow it tastes less terrible the second time around. I find humans much more interesting. They usually have a lot to say. Present company expected. Accepted. Expected? One of those. McMurphy winks at me with his huge green eyes, and I blush, trying desperately not to show how boring I feel compared to him. Oh, he is such a charmer, isn't he? Don't take it harsh. I am only joking, Kata. McMurphy, I've been meaning to ask you something for a while now. Anything, Kata. Ask away. I'd love for us to get to know each other better. This Kata thing, you know my name is... The rest of my sentence is drowned out by McMurphy's howls of laughter. Aha, you make me laugh, Kata. You really do. I know exactly what your name is, Fern. Kata is just a, It's like a pet name, you know? Kata means friend, buddy, amigo. It's something my mommy used to call people, and I guess it just stuck. It's one of the few things I remember about her, actually. That and her beautiful smile. Hey, flash me your pearly whites. I smile at McMurphy awkwardly. He bursts into fits of laughter again. That's a lovely smile to be sure, but you need to grow into it yet. Could I have a top up over here? I don't know if I feel comfortable giving you more alcohol, McMurphy. I think you've had more than enough, in fact. I didn't even want to give you any in the first place, but it's his alcohol. It's his alcohol. It's fine. Did you not know cats have 9 lives? And you want to waste them all on booze? And why not? Besides, the night is still young, and we've only just begun our conversation. Come on, Gara. We've a lot of chin wagging to do yet. Are you going to pour or not? I'm a terrible influence, but if it gets me more information, so be it. Part of me thinks I ought to be a responsible human here and cut off your alcohol supply, but I believe in true democracy. Would you care to expand on that and perhaps pour the drinks as you do? The true democratic principle that none shall have power over the people. Cats. Whatever. How inspirational! I'll toast to that. Alright, McMurphy, but on your head be it. For with the rejection of authority comes the responsibility for bearing the consequences of your actions. I'd pour some more of the suspect liquor into McMurphy's soggy leaf. Excellent! I don't know how things work in cat protocol, but in human terms, you are a very mature... No, wait. Very grown-up. Adult? Oh, fiddlesticks. You're over a certain age, and as such can take responsibility for your own choices. I like it. Spoken like a true libertine. Well, I wouldn't go that far, but I can shake my tail when I feel like the vibe. I can't believe I just said that. This stuff is stronger than it looks. My proverbial hat is off to you. I feel disproportionately pleased that McMurph has paid me a compliment. Say, Gara, have you ever been in love? McMurphy, that second leaf has gone straight to your head. The cat smiles slightly. I'm going to take that as a yes. Are you still with them? Well, I was never technically with them to begin with. Ouch! Well, it's definitely their loss. Oh, I don't think so, McMurphy. We never actually met. Ah, you're not saying you're one of those, internet stalker types, are you? Them catfish that Kibbles tells tales of? Kibbles knows internet? Note. Kibbles knows internet. No, McMurphy. Gosh. It was Bowie, okay? I was in love with David Bowie, you know? McMurphy frowns and shakes his furry head. See these eyes so green I can stare for 1,000 years. You know. Ah, that's a charming song, but I'm afraid I have no idea what's going on anymore. Oh, come on, McMurphy. Everyone knows who David Bowie is. Red hair, lots of makeup, one blue eye, one brown eye. Well, I did know one sweet soul with a blue eye and a brown eye, but I can assure you they wouldn't be caught dead in makeup. McMurphy snorts. Well, what about you, McMurphy? Who's the love of your life? Don't have one, gotta. Never have, never will. I'm a lone wolf. I'm a free agent. I'm a big old yeti out in the mountains. All hairy and smelly and alone. And drunk right now. For some reason, I find that very hard to be Mr. McMurphy. Fine, you're right, I'm a fool. I love sick fool. I've had my heart broken more than once. Each time hurt more than the last, you tell ya. The thing is though, I can't remember a thing about any of them. Any of what? I don't know. What were we talking about? He's drunk. Dear boy? That's right. So tell me, how have you met? Murphy, I think I'm drunk. Hey! What the hell have we been drinking? Leave me alone, I haven't touched a drop. I think I'm gonna vom. Wow, that date went bad. I wake up in the forest with a half-empty bottle in my hand, and McMurphy is nowhere to be seen. How the hell did I get here? I can't remember a thing. Look at my catalog. Whoa, is that really the time? Crikey. I need to get to work. Alright. Well, that date when was going well. I don't think he needed the second cup, but this looks like a pretty good stopping point. End of our second day. Whew. No mystery solved though, but there is plenty of time left. We've managed to get 4% on the antidote, and we'll just find out more next time. Y'all have a good day. Farron's out. You're still here. Well, thank you. If you'd like more, there's the last episode linked right there. Got something different right underneath it.